We're looking at still life with Rajastan quilt by one of America's foremost realist painters, New Hampshire-based artist James Aponovich. One of the first things that we notice when we look at this beautiful painting is his use of color, particularly the primary colors, the reds, the yellows, and the lush blue. When we look at the quilt, which is placed front and center, this quilt is from Rajastan, India, a region noted for beautiful textiles. And the symbols that are embroidered in the quilt tell the stories and the traditions of the families that made these quilts. And we have a docent who's from India, and she told us that this pattern indicates happiness. And if you look at the gorgeous warm colors, the reds, the yellows, the oranges, you certainly get that sense of happiness from this quilt. As we look at the lines, we follow the vertical lines, which tend to be energizing. We follow these lines up to this table on which is arranged a number of very interesting, intriguing, and odd objects, including a half-eaten sandwich over on the left-hand side. But these objects don't look crowded. And that's part of the beautiful composition of this piece of art. If we continue to follow this ribbon, it continues our eye upward and upward till we come to this beautiful glass cylinder, which is filled with interesting, colorful, shapely seashells. The seashells are reflected in the metal vase next to it, and the metal vase continues our eye upward till they culminate in these beautiful yellow and red tulips. It's a gorgeous composition. And yet, it doesn't look crowded. The artist says that the role of composition is to organize the space. And the space has been organized beautifully here by the placement of objects that imitate the shapes. For example, the yellow bowls and the black vase. The beautiful shape of the pears with the blue and white pitcher. The shapes mimic each other. Also the tall cylinders, even the fabric and the tissue paper coming out of this box. The shapes mimic each other, and that helps to organize the space. Another way he organizes the space to direct your focus is by leaving the background blank. And that directs your focus right into the middle, into this beautiful black vase spilling over with luscious raspberries. The artist has given us many, many things to look at. He's contrasted hard surfaces, soft surfaces. The hard surfaces are in the metal and the glass and the ceramic. The soft surfaces in the quilt and the fabrics and these luscious raspberries. The artist has given us one final exciting thing, and that is a surprise. If you look really closely and come all the way into this black vase, you will see a reflection of the studio window. And when you come in even closer, you will see a reflection of the artist painting at his easel. But you've got to look really closely to find that. Art tells a story. What story do you see in this beautiful work of art?